Hi guys, John here, and we're almost at the middle of 2023, which means there's already been a lot of great phones released out in the market recently, especially for the budget-conscious consumer. But that also means that it's difficult to choose the right one for you because, again, there's a lot of choices in the market. So we're gonna try and make that a little easier for you by putting together a list of our best choices for a smartphone, for a budget smartphone, under 15,000 pesos. Take note that while there are really great bang for the buck devices in this list, we also included a phone that is great for taking photos and also a phone that is great if you really just prioritize display over everything. So with that, here are our top 5 phones under 15,000 pesos in the Philippines right now. The first phone in our list is the OnePlus Nord CE3 Lite. While it doesn't really move the needle too much in the way of design or features, it's a great phone if you want something that takes good pictures, has long battery life, and has fast charging when you do need to plug it into the socket. While the phone only has one truly useful rear camera, which is the 108 megapixel snapper, it generally takes good photos, especially when you consider the price. And while the Snapdragon 695 processor isn't what you'd call exciting, it's a reliable chipset, is relatively efficient, and will get you through the day without completely draining your battery. The Infinix Zero 5G 2023 makes it on this list because it's a great performance-oriented smartphone that won't break the bank. The fact that it has a Dimensity 1080 processor plus 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage for under 11,000 pesos is pretty amazing. Seriously, is Infinix even making money on this thing? But obviously, there are trade-offs here. Like the first phone in the list, the Infinix Zero 5G 2023's only useful camera is the main camera, and the brand still has a lot of work to do when it comes to managing all of the bloatware that comes with their phones. But if you don't mind the bloat and want to save a few thousand pesos on a 5G capable budget phone, then you should buy the Infinix Zero 5G 2023. The third entry into this list is the Infinix Note 30 5G. This one's really a no-brainer as it pretty much demolishes other phones in the same price range as far as performance is concerned. If that wasn't enough, it's one of the few phones under the 10,000 peso price range that gets 5G connectivity. It's not all good though. The Infinix Note 30 5G has color consistency issues on its main camera and suffers from the same bloatware problem as its more expensive brother. But honestly, these complaints are pretty minor considering that the value you get from this great phone. Another great under 10,000 peso choice is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 4G. This phone is perfect for anyone who wants a bright, vibrant display without breaking the bank. That AMOLED display is one of the best we've seen on a budget phone, especially for a phone that retails under 10,000 pesos. And its 50 megapixel main camera certainly does excellent work even in low light situations. There are distinct downsides to this phone though. It has a relatively unexciting Snapdragon 685 processor, especially when compared to the Infinix Note 30 5G, and battery life is worse than last year's model, which isn't great. Still, if you want a beautiful AMOLED panel for under 10,000 pesos, this is the phone to get. The last phone on the list is Honor's budget shooter, the X8A. Now, this particular phone is the only one that we'll recommend to anyone that prioritizes taking photos over everything else because the phone has a great looking body plus a camera that's unmatched when it comes to taking photos, at least in the price range where it sits in. But like all of the other phones in this list, the Honor X8A is not perfect. I'd actually define it as more of a one-trick pony. The Helio G88 processor isn't as good as the majority of the phones on the list, and its smallish 4500 mAh battery and so-so display, one that has only a Widevine L3, makes the Honor X8A less flexible than the other phones in this list. So that's pretty much it. 5 phones for under 15,000 pesos. If you have a phone you think should have been included in this list, sound off, put that in the comments below so that the rest of the people will know. That's pretty much it for me. My name is John Nieves, and peace